Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dr. Robinson again, and we're continuing our series of reviewing for the New York State Grade 7 Mathematics Exam. So here's our third show. So let's get started. If you need help with homework, there's a telephone number you can call to dial a teacher for homework help in any subject at all. It's 212-777-3380. That's from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Again, that's 212-777-3380. Here's our first question. So what is the value of x that makes the equation below true? We have 13x minus 13 equals 91. We have a multiple choice. So 13x is where I would start at, trying to figure out what does that mean. So let's see. 13x. That means 13 times a number. So I could guess and check 13 times 7 minus 13, see if that equals 91. 13 times 8 times minus 13, see if that is equal to, so I can check every numbers. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's clear the ink. So, oops, didn't mean to save that. Let's clear the ink. Let's start by adding the opposite to both sides of the minus 13. That way we'll have a transposition of changing the 13 to both sides by doing additive inverse, which means opposite. What that does is it cancels out the 13s, leaving me with just the 13x. And the 13s have canceled out. I have 91 plus 13, and that is equal to 104. As I said earlier, 13 times a number equals 104, so that's all I have to do. If I'm good at my multiplication tables, I can again guess and check, but here's a shorter way. If I divide both sides by 13, the 13s will cancel out, and I'll be left with the value of x. And now all I have to do is divide 104 by 13, and I'll get my answer, which should be 8. So 8 times 13 is 104, and 104 minus 13 would be 91. So I'm guessing the answer is choice B. So let's drag it over and see. Yes, we're right. So solve your equation. You can transpose or you can guess and check. Let's go to our next question. Place all perfect squares in the trash can. So perfect squares are numbers that I could take the square root of and get a whole number. So like, let's look at this number here, 49. 49 is a perfect square. Why? Because 7 times 7 is 49. Or the square root of 49 is 7. So 49 would be perfect. Do we have any more? How about 24? Let's see, what times what is 24? I know, let's see. Can't figure out any. 12 plus 12 is 24, but I need the same sign to multiply the same number by itself. So I can get 6 times 6 is 36, 5 times 5 is 25. So I can't find one for 24. So 24 is not a perfect square, and if I tried to drag it in, will it go in? Nope, it bounces right back, so it's not. So I have to look for numbers that are perfect squares that will go in the can, that can take a square root of the number and give me a whole number. Let's see, I see 16 over there. Square root of 16 is 4, so that's got to be a perfect square. Let's see, I see 7 over there. What's the square root of 7? I get a strange number. I can't think of a number times itself equals to 7. I know 3 times 3 is 9. Oh, there's 9. I can put 9 in there. So 9 is a perfect square. But 7, can't think of anything. 2 times 2 is 4. Hey, there's 4. I can put that in there. And I just said 2 times 2, but wait a minute. 2 times 2 is 4. So 2 is not a perfect square, but let me check that. Nope, it's not. Well, 7, I guess, is not a perfect square because I can't think of anything. Let me check it. Nope, no good. Well, I got some big numbers down here. Now I really got to know my times tables. What times what is 121? 10 times 10 is 100. 11 times 11 is 121. Yes. So that goes in. Oh, I got to keep going. I'm getting bigger and bigger. So I really have to know my times tables. Let's see. 12 times 12 is 144. 13 times 13 is 169. 14 times 14 is 196. So that one will work. Oh boy, I'm going up and up. Let's see, 15 times 15, hey, that's 225. So the square root of 225 is 15. So those numbers were perfect squares. Here are the ones that were not. So I hope you did good on that activity. Xenia has 3 fewer than 4 times, and it's 4 times as many DVDs as Sandra has. Xenia has 37 DVDs. How many does Sandra have? Okay, all right. So let's see. Let's go down and let X equal Sandra's DVDs. And let's look at what we got here. Xenia has 3 fewer than, so 3 fewer than, that would be minus 3. 4 times as many DVDs as Sandra has. So Sandra, we said, was X. So 4 times X would be 4 times as many. It says Xenia has 37 DVDs. So Xenia's amount is equal to 37. So we have an equation that we can solve for X, which would be Sandra's amount of DVDs. So let's solve it for X. So let's do some transposing here. Add 3 to both sides. The 3's cancel out, leaving me with 4x equal to 37 plus 3 is 40. Now all I need to do is divide both sides by 4, and x will equal to 10. And we said Sandra's DVDs were equal to x, so I'm going to say Sandra has 10 DVDs. And that is the answer we got. So let's pull this tab out. Let's see what we got here. So see if this is make this look a little neater. So we said let X equal Sandra's DVDs, the amount she has. 4 times X minus 37, that's Xenia's DVDs, because that was the equation that we got. And we did some transposing there. So we had a minus 3, so we do the opposite. Plus 3 on both sides. 3's cancel out, giving us 4x on this side. 37 plus 3 is 40. Divide by 4 both sides. X equal 10, which is the amount of DVDs that Sandra has. Next question. So check your understanding. See if you understood everything. If you have questions, bring them in. I'd be glad to go over it with you in class. So remember, if you need extra help in math or any other subject, dial a teacher on Homework Helpline 212-777-3380 between 4 and 7 p.m. If you have time, check out Math Time Show on Tuesdays at 4:30 to 5 p.m. on Cablevision Channel 15. Thank you again. This was Dr. Robinson. I hope you got something out of this video. Keep watching our series. Look for our next question, which looks like this. So we'll start there next time. So I will see you then. Bye-bye.